Hi, and welcome back to the Triggered Newscast. Today's August 26, 2020, and today we're going to talk about why you don't run, chase, and tackle a man with a gun.
What are you doing out here? Obviously you're armed and you're in front of this business we saw burning last night, so what's up?
So people are getting injured, and our job is to protect this business, and part of my job is to also help people. If there's somebody hurt, I'm running into harm's way. That's why I have my rifle, because I need to protect myself, obviously, but I also have my med kit.
Okay, this is kind of like stop, drop, and roll, don't run with scissors. Do not chase and tackle a man with an AR-15, whether he is innocent or guilty of a crime. It may tragically result in a discharge of a weapon, and ancillarily from a third person may be indistinguishable from a person defending themselves. Now let it be said again. If you run, chase, tackle, and assault someone who has a gun, no matter what your purpose is, you have just given them legal authority to use that weapon against you in defense of their life. I know that that's confusing to half of the country right now. But you can have a gun, and you can use it for defense. So if someone starts to attack me, and starts pummeling me, punching me, trying to remove my weapon, I'm given legal authority in every state to defend myself. Now, what happens after that is different in many different states. Some of them have different reasons that can compel me to pull that weapon out. Some of them have different reasons that can compel me to pull the trigger. And some of them have different liabilities and outcomes if I do pull that trigger. But I don't think that anyone in the mainstream media is trying to urge anybody at home to run and chase and tackle someone with a gun. However, what the media is trying to portray right now is that the men who ran, tackled, and were then shot by a man who had a gun were indiscriminately shot because they support Jacob Blake. Now let that set in. You can watch these videos yourself. You can come up with your own determination. I guess my analysis would be that no matter what happened in the initial circumstance, which no video evidence as of yet has clearly shown the initial altercation that leads to this suspect being pointed out and fingered as the perpetrator. But what is clear is that what happens immediately after that is while he's trying to use the phone, maybe to call 911, to call a family member, to call a friend, it's still unclear at this point whether he's the man's friend who's laying there on the ground. The people standing around say, "There he is! He's got a gun! Get him!" And they start chasing him. Now, he may or may not even be the suspect at this point, but what's very clear is in their determination to make him the suspect, he has become the suspect in their minds. They then chase and tackle the man, and in all of their minds are justifiably attacking a shooter, someone who shot a crowd. Us, the viewer at home, we're still not sure if this man actually shot the original man, whether that shot was justified, or if that man was attacking him and he was defending himself in that case, or the other option possibly that he's not even the man who shot the initial weapon. Another thing that's clear after he is tackled and forced to discharge his weapon, which you can clearly see yourself, is as he's walking down the street towards the police officer, his demeanor changes 100%. No longer is he getting away with this. No longer is he innocent. He's now very clearly, very obviously shot people and seems very and instantaneously willing to accept that reality. You see the shock on his face. You see him just stand up erect and start walking down the street with a back to a crowd who's still yelling and possibly attacking him. And you can hear other shots being discharged. You don't see his weapon being discharged, but you can hear shots being discharged, which indicate that there's actually more scuffles going around and that other people may still be, in fact, shooting at him. So I think that what we should do is take anything the mainstream media has to say with a grain of salt. We should probably bury that grain of salt, put some water on it for a few months, and see if anything develops out of it. Because in the last couple years, almost nothing the mainstream media has had to say has bared any fruit. So I would actually also suggest you not watch these videos. I think it's highly damaging to your psyche to watch people get physically injured or sadly lose their lives. So if you agree with me, give this video a thumbs up, share it with a like-minded patriot, and let's start spreading unity. Let's start spreading peace. Let's start spreading journalistic integrity. Let's not keep spreading hate, division, and trying to subvert a news story to make it appear to be something that it really isn't. Sometimes tragic things happen. Sometimes groupthink, adrenaline, irrationality take over, and logic and calm heads don't prevail. People assault each other. Sometimes people die. And you know what? The best way to react isn't mob mentality, isn't vigilantism, isn't burning things down. It's to call the peace officers in so that they can ameliorate the situation and bring peace. So if you agree with me, again, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you at the next Trigger Newscast.